The North Carolina State Board of Elections is reminding voters it is a felony to cast a ballot twice. The statement comes one day after President Trump encouraged people who vote by mail to also try to vote in person. Here's what he said yesterday in Wilmington.
On your ballots, if you get the unsolicited ballots, send it in and then go make sure it counted. And if it doesn't tabulate, you vote. You just vote. And then if they tabulate it very late, which they shouldn't be doing, they'll see you voted, and so it won't count. So send it in early and then go and vote. And if it's not tabulated, you vote, and the vote is going to count. You can't let them take your vote away. These people are playing dirty politics.
For more, let's bring in Nick Ochsner. He's the chief investigative reporter at our Charlotte affiliate, WBTV. Hi, Nick. Good to see you again. So the White House said today the president does not condone unlawful voting. North Carolina is going to start sending out mail ballots tomorrow. Who's going to get them?
Well, anyone who's requested a lane, and we're at just about 600,000 absentee ballots requested for this election. That's more than the last two requests in the last two elections combined. It's about 16 times more than the last election. Anyone in North Carolina can request an absentee ballot, and we know just a flood more people have requested an absentee ballot this year than normal.
Wow, really just astounding to hear those numbers. Well, your station, WBTV, reports that North Carolina already has a vote tracking system in place. Can you break down how this works?
Yeah, basically what it does, the State Board of Elections and the county boards of elections track when you've requested a ballot, when they send that ballot to you, and if they've received that ballot back from you and tabulated it. So, frankly, if someone were trying to go to an election, a polling place on Election Day and vote after having already sent back in their absentee ballot, they wouldn't be able to vote. In fact, today, the State Board of Elections clarified that if someone insists on casting a second ballot after having already sent in their absentee ballot, they could cast a provisional ballot. The state has an ability to keep people from actually voting twice. And if you listen carefully to what the president said, he's trying to parse his words. But, at the end of the day, people in North Carolina, it would be very difficult for you to actually cast two ballots.
Well, Vice President Mike Pence was in North Carolina today. A new Monmouth University poll has Joe Biden and President Trump neck and neck there. But Democratic Governor Roy Cooper has a larger lead. What's behind that, Nick?
Yeah, that poll was really interesting for a number of reasons. Roy Cooper and his strong lead isn't really surprising. He's been a pretty popular governor over the last 4 years. Of course, in 2016, he took the seat by beating then incumbent Republican Governor Pat McCrory. So he was a strong candidate in 16, and his favorability rating and approval ratings have really stayed at or above 50% the entire time that he's been in office. Generally speaking, the public sees him as being out front and leading on coronavirus. He's been holding weekly, more or less, press briefings. The more interesting number is the tightening in the race between Joe Biden and President Trump. Biden had held a little bit bigger of a lead in previous polling, and you see the Trump campaign clearly senses that they have room for opportunity in North Carolina, because we've seen the vice president today, President Trump yesterday, or a family member with the last name Trump in North Carolina nearly nonstop over the past few weeks. Of course, the Republican National Convention being here last Monday, and outside of that as well. So the Trump campaign clearly putting a lot of emphasis on North Carolina, as is the Biden campaign.
Right. All right, Nick Ochsner with a view from the battleground state of North Carolina. Nick, thank you very much.